This is my presentation on the best vacation ever, by me, Aubrey Flagler. In May of 2008, my aunt took 14 members of my family on a 2-week journey to the Galapagos Islands. These islands are located on the coast of South America and can only be reached by a small plane or boat. There are 13 unique islands, each one with a different personality. Isabella, the big island, was where we started. The next island we journeyed to was an island called Fernandina. On our whole trip in the Galapagos, we traveled by a small boat called the Integrity. It was a beautiful boat, very small, but it was a private boat with a hot tub on the top of it and a few rooms at the bottom where we all slept. When we reached Fernandina, the second island on our trip, we climbed the 1,000 staircase to see the view from the very top. This picture, if you're following with the presentation, is not one that I took, but we have pictures just like it because it's a very amazingly beautiful view, and we got to go there. Our next stop in the Galapagos was at the island of Floriana. Floriana is a very beautiful tropical island, known for its lush greenery and its flamingos. Our first stop there was the post office. The post office is not what you'd expect. It was not some fancy building with trucks racing in and out delivering stuff. It was literally just a few boards and a barrel, filled with different postcards from all the people who had come to visit the post office. How the post office worked is when you would arrive there, you would take some cards off the top of the pile, and you would go, and when you returned home, you would mail them to whoever they were to, and you would leave your cards in the barrel for the next ship that came to deliver for you. Then, after we visited the post office, we got to go see the sea lions. They were very cute, lots of little baby sea lions, and one of them actually tried to steal my brother's pants because he was standing a little bit too close, and one little baby sea lion came up and started pulling at his pants. It was pretty cute. And after that, on Floriana, we went and saw the cave carvings, which are these giant, like 200-year-old statues of just faces. They look like some kind of like medieval tiki carving thing. And so that was pretty neat, and they're giant cave carvings. But then we had to go back on the boat, and we sailed to Santa Cruz. Now, Santa Cruz was another beautiful island that was, if you're following along with the presentation, you can see it's very lush, very green, very tropical, very fun island to visit. And the one thing I remember most is that on our way to Santa Cruz, our captain prepared this really unusual because I never tried it, but it was like a scallop dish, and it was this soup with like different greens that were grown locally and these scallops on top. And it was really delicious, and I loved it a lot, but it was kind of strange because I'd never tried that before, so it was a good experience. After Santa Cruz, we sailed to Santiago, and on our way there, it was pretty rough seas, and I got kind of sick. That was not very fun, and that was probably the one part, if I could forget, I would forget that part because it wasn't very fun. But when we reached Santiago, it was pretty nice, so it was okay. It was a little bit more volcanic of an island, so there were lots of giant lizards, and I got to see those, and I was a little bit happier that we had actually been to the island because I didn't want to go anywhere because I was sick. So after Santiago, we went back to the big island, Isabella, and that was the end of our trip. On the top of the island of Isabella, there's a small little tiny airport, not for the giant commercial planes, just for little ones. So that's where we ended up, and we flew back to the mainland, and that was the end of our trip. It was a really unique, special, fun trip, and I'd recommend anybody who loves traveling to go on that trip. But I have some suggestions for you. Number one, make sure you see frigates, which are the big blackbirds with like the red chest thing. They're really cool, and we got to see them during like mating season. So whenever there would be like a female flying over, all of them would go like, and it was pretty cool because there was all these birds with like balloon chest things, and they were like making lots of noise, and it was pretty interesting. But also, you should see the giant Galapagos turtles, which are also very beautiful, and they're huge. They can be like they're like miniature ponies. They're huge. And I got to swim with some of them, and that was an amazing experience because swimming right behind these giant things. It was so cool. And make sure also that if you hear somebody shouting, Agua Mall, it does not mean, oh look, there's some cool thrifty mall underneath the water, you should go check it out. It means get out of the water, jellyfish. Don't like jellyfish. You don't want to be stung. They're painful. We kind of learned from experience because we had someone on our ship get stung by a jellyfish. Not a fun thing. Don't swim with jellyfish. Not fun. No. My last suggestion is visit as many islands as you can and enjoy them all. They are all so unique, so fun, so different, and it's really worth it to go and see them all and enjoy them while you can because you'll be gone before you know it. It's really fun while you're there. So that's my presentation on the best vacation I've ever had. Thanks for watching.
Still